Hey everybody, guess what? I get an opening theme song! Yes! Is that the theme song from Portal Holocaust? What the f***? Hello, this is that creepy bald guy known as Marshall Horror. Today's subject, Dave Chappelle. I mean the BLACKbuster Critic.
Alright everybody, it's time for class. Roll call. Alex Henryall. Okay, you're here. Chris Chan. Chase the Hedgehog. Okay, good. Spax 3. King Master Review. And let's see, Suna the Hedgehog. Oops. Suna, I saw you come in. Get in your seat right now, young man. School is in.
The BLACKbuster Critic is notorious for his no-bullshit way of speaking and his hatred towards various fandoms. Actual channels have been made to hate on him or defend him. His channel is full of many different kinds of web shows and videos. What he's probably most lauded for is his guidelines to being a customer videos, where he recounts bizarre experiences while working at BLACKbuster while telling us, the viewers, not to be a stupid customer. Yeah, some of the shit should be really obvious. This is by far his best work, in my opinion. Everyone who's worked in retail can relate in some way. These videos are insightful, funny, and shockingly creative.
Okay, this idiot, he comes walking through the door, right? He has 2 films that he wants to return. Right at the entrance, you see this. The drop box. Every single person understands what you do with a drop box. You drop things into it. This idiot places the movies on top. And while he leaves, you know what happens?
The problem? Well, they're not really reviews, so I can't go too far into them. In fact, I can't really review them at all. But I'd probably give them a 3.5 out of 4 stars. Maybe even a 4 out of 4. I can't honestly think of anything wrong with them. If you haven't seen them, stop this video now and watch them. Wait, no. Stay till after this video, and after you subscribe, commented, and sent me lots of money. And then go watch his videos. What he does review more directly are movies, some video game related material, and my favorite, Sonic fags. These are hardcore obsessive fanboys who take their love of Sonic to extremes. Do they deserve BLACKbuster Critic's wrath? It depends on what side you're on, and I guess I'm neutral. His reviews are mostly improvised, but I don't want to call them vlogs because there is actual editing. So let's dissect the BLACKbuster Critic's merit with the reviewer Triforce. Luckily for me, all his review shows tend to be in the same structure. The BLACKbuster Critic is a character-oriented reviewer in the same way that Ben's I Am Big Smile reviews are. The difference is that with those two, their over-the-top antics can annoy you. BLACKbuster Critic might just offend you instead. You might see him as an overgrown bully, and that's where most of his detractors come from. The main ire against him tends to be with his most notorious show, Sonic Brain Farts, where he reviews diehard Sonic fans and their videos. I haven't played any Sonic games for years, so obviously I don't know too much about the fandom, but he is very harsh against them. I'll go more into that later, but let me point out that the BLACKbuster Critic is one of the few people who can interest a viewer almost exclusively based on his personality. He's very dynamic with his tone, knowing when to yell and freak out, but also knowing when to slow down and stop. He can be intense and raw, but he can also be respectful and cordial. Too many reviewers go one way or another, which can be pretty boring. He somehow manages to fit all these facets of his personality in his reviews.
Hey everyone, it's time for a what? Sonic Brain Fart! That's right everybody! So everyone just sit down, grab some popcorn, get ready to laugh. Cause this guy, he is so hated that he's received death threats, rape threats, and just so many other threats because, you know what? This Sonic fag is that much of a moron.
He's also very animated, which keeps the viewer's attention. At the absolute least, he's never boring. The next notice is his use of technicals. He occasionally uses flashy post-production effects, but never relies on them too much. In fact, he doesn't really rely on them at all. The editing is slick and the audio/video are good too. This keeps the pacing of his videos, which range from 10 to 20 minutes long, very quick and kinetic. There is also a lot of text that appears while he's talking. It will either disorient you or add another layer to his jokes and criticisms.
The developers did a great job on all these characters. The Joker, Harley Quinn, Scarecrow, it's all perfect. Each and every single aspect of this game is just awesome. I love it.
When it comes to the information and humor, believe it or not, they're fairly irrelevant. With the information, he does make a lot of mistakes in his movie reviews. At least ones that I caught.
The director did Final Destination 1, 2, and 3, mediocre horror films, and they did The One, and a bunch of other stupid movies.
But as they're unscripted, I easily forgive these kinds of flubs. The important thing is that he keeps his stream of consciousness going, so we don't get stuck pondering his mistakes. I wouldn't be so kind if his reviews were scripted. He can also be notably informative with credible criticisms too. The humor, though, in many ways represents whether you will like BLACKbuster Critic or not. I find his videos funny because I find the BLACKbuster Critic to be funny. It's another character-oriented type of humor. If you dislike the BLACKbuster Critic himself, nothing else will matter. You won't find him funny, informative, or even be able to admire how professional his videos look. His assaults on Sonic fans might just come across as excessive bullying to you. In fact, even I occasionally was a little put off by it. Although granted, I only felt guilty because I was laughing so hard. And it helps that I hate crazy fans too. And this Sonic fandom seems quite scary. I mean, they actually pretend like they're talking to these Sonic characters as if they're in the room. And that's just weird and crazy. I happen to know because Space Godzilla told me so. And when Space Godzilla tells you something, you listen. Even if he's telling you to kill a prostitute or two. He's very sarcastic and caustic, and whereas guys like the Nostalgia Critic play that up so much that it's hard to take him seriously, BLACKbuster Critic can be taken too seriously because he feels genuine in whatever he's saying. So in the long run, just ask yourself, does BLACKbuster Critic just seem unpleasant to you? If so, I'd avoid him. But does his personality intrigue you? I think that he has a compelling personality, and I find his videos to be hilarious. You'll either laugh or snarl, regardless of how good he is or not. I'm going to give him a 3 out of 4 stars. To me, he's your typical character-oriented reviewer. You're either going to like him or not, and that's going to affect how you look at his videos. But I definitely say he's worth at least a shot. If you want to watch his videos, just check the links in my description. My name is Marshall Horror. My motto is if you're going to have cinematic diarrhea, then at least have the decency to wipe.